So I'm like, bro, this is gonna be live. He's like, nah,
It's gonna be live.
it's later. I'm like,
It's gonna be live on Movie.
This is Zanaya.
It's the righteous vigilante Jamon Creek, and you're tuning in to Minds Wide Open. Hey, yo, check it out. This is Namestream, never mainstream. You're tuning in to Minds Wide Open Media.
Shout out to the Florida Vibe Directory. You are now listening to the best playlist in South Florida.
Yes. It's your boy Sir DQ here with some guests, some cool people. But before we get into that, I gotta let you guys know where we at, man. It's Florida Vibe Directory on Minds Wide, vibing with my guy, Cool Hand Luke. What up? It's my geyser. That's my geyser. Everybody wanna make it seem
Old
like
Faithful?
they always wanna make it seem like we enemies, but you know you my guy. You my guy. Pause.
Nah, I don't think we could be enemies and work like this.
It's fine. Why we always gotta start with a pause? That's crazy.
You paused it.
It was pause. It was pause worthy.
Hey,
But-
you always got 2 bars.
Got to. So I'm with some talented individuals here. Last time I did an interview on Florida Vibe Directory, I had a great intro for my guest, so I think it's only right that I have a great intro for my next guest.
yep.
So, tell me what you guys think.
What do we think?
The time travelers, mind unravelers, once car drifters, Volkswagen gear shifters, hair twisters, stage shifters, face painting, any place venue shaking, light skinned Jamaican with the dark skin sensation, brothers from another, different time zone, ladies and gentlemen, untitled and lavish caster. Give it up for him one time.
Yeah,
Bar.
that was pretty fun.
That was a good.
That was bar. That was hot. It's an understatement.
But wait, what's the different time zone?
What's the difference?
This is different time zone.
I'm gonna let y'all know exactly.
This is
I
different.
go
No,
by
I'm
Caster.
asking where y'all from. Are you?
Where we from?
Howard.
For hours.
Okay, I'm gonna take points for that one.
I got this.
Bro,
Thing. I got
bro.
this. I got this. Listen, guys. I think my man's is trying to figure out who is different time zone. What does that mean?
What does it mean?
Who makes that up?
Real quick.
I go by Caster.
I go by Untied, and
And
together
together,
we
different
different time zones.
Oh, okay. I was waiting for y'all to do that. That was y'all intro for y'all to do that. Okay.
Real quick. Different time zones.
Don't hate.
Different time zone. So, the way different time zones started was
No. I don't even want that. We gotta before we get
why?
there. No. Before we get there,
Before
I can't do that. Sorry, sir.
get into it.
Before we get to different time zone, I know who you are, sir.
You know who I am.
I know who you are, sir.
Crazy.
You are the artist formerly known as Kid Lavish.
Okay.
God damn.
God.
You
Research.
you
How
used
know
to
that?
you
That's
s-
crazy.
I know you used to skateboard.
Vladimir does his work
Okay.
over here.
Yeah. I know you used to draw.
Bro, who?
Yo, you got some of them drawings?
Telling, bro,
How
my
deep you
info,
going?
bro?
I mean, we could talk about the local Lavish YouTube page.
Oh, the local lab.
106 Ks on a build a penny board video. That's crazy.
Yo.
That's crazy.
wild.
I mean, you went
He said,
you went to Piper,
yo. You know that.
but you went
through
to
so much work. How
Nah,
you know that?
Nah, talk to me. I just want you to
so
know
much
I know you,
work.
brother.
Bro.
Talk to me, brother.
bet
We,
you passed-
we gotta talk. We gotta
past life.
we gotta talk about that time zone before we get to different time zone. You know what I'm saying?
So in that time zone, I had a past life, and I was
No.
mainly a producer.
I like that.
I was mainly a producer at that past life.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say artist.
Okay.
Artist came later on.
Do you find a distinction between the two?
Yeah, so the reason why I go by Caster is because Lavish is really the producer. Lavish, that's where you get the lavish beats. When you hear that tag everywhere you go, lavish.
Lavish.
So you started producing.
I started producing before.
What was like? What years was that you started first producing? 'Cause I could tell you started before 2016 for sure.
The year, I know that around the grade I started.
Okay.
So around 5th grade was kind of really where
Oh shit.
5th grade,
You graduated 2017.
2017.
Went to
Crazy.
went to prom at Terravella though.
Damn.
Yo, damn, bro, yeah. Yeah, I went to prom in Terraville.
With your little girlfriend.
My last
That was
year.
cute.
I did my last.
That was cute.
Crazy.
Yo, you better not
Not
ever
no
interview
more.
me.
Not no more.
Nah, let's make that vocal.
Shout out to
yeah.
Southside Gang. You already know.
Southside, yeah, Southside Dodgers. Those were the
Those are the
first
days,
songs.
right?
Yes,
Do you go to MySpace? What do you do for this research?
that's what I'm saying, bro. I don't even got a MySpace page, so I'm just like, where the hell
Man.
you getting this shit?
Listen, I like to do my research, man.
Alright, no,
I
word,
think y'all
that's
deserve.
cool.
See,
That's
what
a
I
real
my,
one.
my
That's
thing
a
is
real
that I feel y'all deserve that, and I feel like if y'all was sitting down with any big platform and of the biggest of publishing platforms, you know what I mean? Like you only it's only right you do the research, and I think so. If you got to hold a standard, you got to keep it at that. You know what I mean?
100%.
So
yeah.
why not hold yourself at a high standard? Do your research, y'all. Interviewers, do your research.
Yo, talk to him.
The artists will appreciate it.
Tell him one more
And
time.
I want y'all to appreciate it because actually y'all deserve y'all flowers. And I'm all about giving flowers. My interviews are based on some giving flowers, Nardwuar type information type vibes, and some really just chill, grab a drink, we might take a shot for no reason type stuff. You know what I mean? You just never know what happens, all right? So,
what's up?
well, we should start it up. Let's go.
What's up?
Let's
What's
do
up?
Shout out to the family
What's
already. But while y'all setting that up, man, let's get into some real questions though, for sure. Starting from the beginning though, how did y'all meet?
How did we meet? So I would say we met back in 2019, which was really a turning point in my life, where I was kind of starting to actually realize, like, yo, like, you're a grown man. Like, it's not like living with your moms. Like, you got to actually work for what you need. I wasn't depending on anyone. So 2019 was the real breaking point. And I was going to take producing into the next level. And then Untied popped up. And he didn't want to rap at first, to be real with you. If it was that, like, he didn't want to rap. He's like, bro, that's fire. This fire. Oh, the beat you made is fire.
I'm not gonna lie, he wrote me in. He got.
I remember so this is my cousin, y'all. This is actually my cousin.
blood.
Right, blood
Like
cousin.
that emoji.
Right. So I remember the time he even told me, like, he was like pulling up, like, yo, I got these beats. I be going to my homie crib. They be making beats and be rapping sometimes, like, whatever. And I'm like, oh, that's what's up, cuz. Like, let's lit. I think we was at, like, one of our, like, my aunt's birthdays or some shit. And we was in the car just chopping it up, like, yo, you want to go outside, smoke a joint, and talk about some music shit. And it was like, word. So, you know, I was like, dang, this is dope. So that's why I feel like I've known you for so long being around, because that wasn't last year or the year before, and 2020 makes everything feel like it was 3 years longer. Yeah. So it was just crazy. So, but even talking about that, like you said, you've been through some tough times before. In the song G's, you know, I like to start from like the first song y'all did together, which is Wild Things. You know, Wild Things Go. That's a fire song. We're gonna get back into that, but because you touched on the topic of going through things, you said on the first bar, or one of the first bars on G's, one thing you gotta one thing or one day. What is it? One thing or one day you gotta understand.
About me, yeah.
One thing you gotta understand. I ain't have a father. I'm the man.
Yeah.
So you grew up without a father.
Without a father, yeah. Literally, my mom always told me, like, listen, you gotta watch your sister. You're the man of the house. I gotta go to work. She was working late night shifts, and I had to hold it down up until 7 a.m. But holding it down, I took it as far as, all right, my sis sleeping. All right, she a hard sleeper, so this is my time really
to focus
as loud as I want, whether it's producing or trying to work on the track. And yeah, like, I would be up late night. If teachers would ask you, how was Cass in class? Bars. It was.
I see what you did there.
It was, yeah, he's always sleeping. He never pays attention, but yet this man's always passing the test. Like, bro, I'm doing what I need to make sure in both ways I'm successful. So whether it's I got to work and make sure that my music career is actually going where I want it to go, because that's what my passion is.
Balance.
Music has been there since I was young. And you know, when you're young, if shit's sticking, bro, it's not going nowhere.
You're right.
Meant for something.
No, that's the facts. Even like I said, you started doing beats from before like 2016. Like, you was making I think the track you got with Revive, that track,
Yeah.
that was like 2016 May.
So
that was like May 2016.
around that time,
No Blessing was June 2016.
No Blessing, yes. So
Dried Out was
Crazy.
2016. You Ain't Really Shit was 2016.
I don't want to talk.
But I
about
love the
this.
Unexpected Gully Bop.
Gully Bop, yeah.
That was 2016. But you don't want to talk about that?
Around that time, it's not I don't want to talk about it. It's more of I felt personally like I didn't want to use this person as clout or anything because I know social media always try to twist things. So yes, I knew this person.
Had some kind of following for their name.
He didn't have a following when I met him.
Right.
It was a genuine connection, and I'm a really quiet person. And every year is a different year where I'm a better person than I was last year versus social wise. I'm so shy.
Right.
I don't really like being around people like
Try
that.
to flex right now. Try to flex.
I've been to myself for a while, but X,
Rest
it
in peace,
was-
X. Okay.
I met him because I went to the school 6th grade year, 7th grade year. I moved to the suburbs, so we were trying to.
Suburban dude.
You stupid. I was trying to just stick to my producing and not really like put any ties into like my local life. So I didn't tell people I made beats or anything, and the close people that I did tell that I made beats, it was like they weren't because then like they met me. They grew up with me. Like, there's no way you didn't make this.
Right.
Something about this you took somewhere else. There's no way like you did this all by yourself. So
Wait, so how we get there though? Like why would anybody think that you would make beats by yourself? How we get there?
I'm such a quiet person. Like,
But I'm telling you, I know you made beats by yourself. I'm going through the beats of you doing by yourself. Like I did my research.
You
See,
did.
that's the thing though.
Now hold on, let me get there. He thinks I'm tripping. I did my research.
Yeah.
I seen your path. You've been a very outsider, outcasted person, individual from beginning. I can tell that, right?
So you would say you really know me?
I don't know you like that,
Like that?
but I understand a little bit how you got to your path to becoming an artist and how your artistry comes about. Right. So I understand that you were always kind of into like just a different artist. I remember there was a video I seen where you were listening to Uzi, and you're like, it was a pop song, and you're just jumping around, and I think you were like on some like I don't care what people say, this shit's fire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get on that.
Like,
time.
but you've been
I get
on that
sound.
sound, so I would only make sense that you like that sound. You would create something close. You know what I mean?
That was a sound that stuck.
Right. So that was then. You know what I mean? And before that, I seen that you were making numerous beats from 2016. You had started putting them on SoundCloud, and then
Deleted a lot.
and
bro.
then yeah, no, I know because a lot of the links that I clicked from your Twitter are no longer available.
Bro, Twitter's a
Come on.
snitch, bro.
Yeah.
Twitter's a snitch.
I mean, y'all-
That's crazy. I don't use that shit, bro.
Listen,
I don't be
so-
on Twitter like
So
that.
yeah, don't worry. So I know that you always been into like just been more like hands on with shit. Like I seen a video of you making a penny board. Like I seen you skateboarding, but I seen that I can realize that you do all of your visuals yourself. Like you edited it yourself. I could tell it's all, he shot this himself. He edited it himself. I could tell like he's using apps like since a youngin'. You know what I mean? Since you was like 14, 15,
all
12.
been
Yeah, so
what
it
you
only
can
makes
afford.
sense like, oh, surprise, I do music and I sit down and edit like, oh,
It
well,
wasn't
nobody
even
saw
really
this
a
in you.
surprise,
Yeah,
bro.
so I know even if you may be shy or not, like that's a lot of artists. This is their outlet. You know what I mean? This is where they feel comfortable. This is the picture they can put on. I'm an artist. People know me as the lit, turned up guy when I'm at shows. They don't know I hate people. I have social anxiety. They don't know those things. But at the same time, this your homeboy?
Definitely
Luke?
not.
That's your
I don't know who that is.
Oh, okay. So now we good. So I understand. So don't even have no assumptions. This interview's about you. We only be talking about you mainly. All right, brother?
All right.
All right, facts, man.
It's like, real quick, just to bring it back a little bit, it's just a lot of people I feel like you tell them something, they just judge you off of the first thing you tell them. You're actually one of the more rare breed, like more genuine people that actually take your time to you're going to talk to someone, or you know someone, you want to do their research. You want to find out about them before you
sure.
just have a conversation.
It's only right.
Yeah, and I feel like 90% of people don't like doing that. They're like, okay, I want to hear something from you. You show them something, and then right there, they just form their opinion. They don't want to take the time to actually get to know the person before they.
I have a great respect for artists. Like, I've been around numerous various medias of artists. Like, I've been around visual artists, musical artists, poets, like, you know, photographers, other people. And I understand how serious the art can be to you, and the extreme lengths that people will go for their art and what their art means to them. So I will never undermine and tell nobody, oh, this is this and that, or, you know what I mean? Like, or I want to make sure, like, I'm going to respect you. I'm not going to be like, hold up, what? You rapped? And it's like, oh, what? Wait, what? You just, like, that's disrespect to me. Like, you didn't do your research? You must not know about me. That's disrespect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I know a good amount. Like I said, he family. I know a lot of good. I'm so surprised that he was doing music. I already knew. Like, you know what I mean? He was on that vibe. I already seen you showing me songs in the car. And next thing you know, he doing shows. I was like, I seen this. All right, bet. Not that I seen you doing this, but I seen that this is what he wanted to do. It's a possibility. You know? So I seen it.
That was where, when I brought in that whole X situation, it was more I was trying to sell him beats as a producer, because that was the route I was going. And he was like, nah, I want you to hop on the track. And I was like, whoa, that's like, that wasn't as far I was thinking. I was thinking I could do this as a producer. Like, I was so young, thinking the best of everything, in a sense, knowing, like, everything's against you at this point, like, once you try to go there. And
what did you feel was against you?
Me trying to overcome being shy. But me overcoming being shy, like, over the years of, by the time we met, was me already breaking that curve.
Yeah. But yes, like you said, that's 2019.
That
was a whole another different preference from the person that was dropping little YouTube videos in 2014, 2015. Like,
the YouTube videos were more of like, all right, I know they can't see this now, so, like, I had time to build a character.
But like you said, Twitter's a snitch. It shows even the videos you liked.
It does.
It shows what you were into.
Yeah.
It shows what you were watching and spending your time doing, like from workout videos to
nigga.
This nigga had a 2003 Honda Civic LX. How do I know?
Would I drive one now? No, sir. But, bro, a nigga had to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
How many cars do you have?
Right, as of right now,
in this moment,
I have 3 cars.
How many cars have you had in your life?
3 cars.
Those same 3 cars that you have now? That's crazy.
One of them you seen? Yes. The videos I have on YouTube on a different YouTube page. Yeah, that was my Miata.
Okay.
Yes.
The yellow joint.
The yellow joint.
Okay.
Yeah, we call that shit the Skittle, the banana, all that shit.
Word.
That was my favorite whip. That was a whip you saw me take everything to the next. Because I got that shit and I was trying to actually finish and work on it because I wanted to finish what I was doing. But sadly, nigga got too happy. He hit different categories. He was trying to drift. He was trying to do all that shit.
Oh, shit.
I blew my engine.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. But with that came me working on that car. It was, I wanted to figure out how to fix it. And me getting the job that I have now was me trying to fix it. But by the time I got the job, was by the time I had to let that car go. Got a different car.
Which is the Volkswagen?
Which was the Volkswagen.
B-Dub. Shout out.
What kind of Volkswagen?
No sponsor, but shout out B-Dub.
The Jetta Duce. No sponsor. No sponsor.
Jetta Duce.
But Jetta Duce. That's what we was. That's the time zone we was on at the time.
Shit clean. I seen it in the Wild Things Go video.
You,
that shit is wet.
Telling you, bro. Hard. First and last video that car made, but it's coming back, bro.
Let's talk.
That's all I've been.
Let's talk the music then. Let's start. We brought it up. Wild Things Go.
Straight up.
We got enough about him. Does there anything you want to talk about to the people? About your beginning stage, like how did you come about? Let's get into him. Let's get into how did you get into writing music, getting into making music?
Stage.
So before I met Cass, like I was writing little poems and stuff, but like just like anyone would just like write little notes down, jot a little note down every day. Like I just found myself like waking up like in the middle of the night with like a crazy dream I had before. I'm like, yo, I gotta write this down. Yeah, just little shit like that. But like I never took it seriously as like, because I always have a thing with like hearing my voice Like even in like video recordings, just like hearing my voice again, it's just like always just like kind of threw me off. So we met from work from our homeboy and chill. We smoked one day and he was telling me like he didn't even at first I didn't even knew he made music. He didn't tell me he made music. He would just like, you know how people be doing that slick thing where like they be playing like songs from like artists you're familiar with, and then out of nowhere, maybe the third or fourth song in, they'll just throw in something
different.
Yeah,
Bro,
like,
you know why I
what's
tell
this?
you, bro, you know
You
why I
like
tell
it?
you that shit
Yeah,
works?
yeah.
You know why I tell you that shit works?
It works. That
I've,
shit works.
bro, I've done that shit down the line. And it's like when people know you and then now you making music, it's they can't put the two and two
They can't
together.
distinguish
So they just go back to what they know you as.
So
I would not tell people that I made music.
So the
And I
first-
would just, yo,
Not-
listen to this.
But
Listen to that.
I know Wild Things Go wasn't the first song y'all made together though.
What was the first song?
I don't know what
Tell me,
the first song,
Nardwuar.
but I
Tell
have. Nah, I'm Sir DQ, man, not Nardwuar. I'm Sir DQ. Man.
be cute.
All right, but one of the first songs I know for sure is what's the name of the track again, man? It's and I liked it too because y'all didn't even have a group name. It was
There was
like
no group
Past
name.
and Untitled was what we called.
Damn, I feel like he knows exactly what it is.
It was Prophecies Untitled.
That's
Crazy.
Is that it?
you want to know the story? You want to know the story
Crazy.
to that?
That nigga nice with it. That nigga nice with it.
Sorry, what happened?
Yo,
Bro? Listen.
put some respect
Bro.
on his name.
So I
Put some
told you
respect
this
on
guy
Cedric.
he didn't want to record. He didn't want to make music. Like he didn't want to do that shit. I'm still a
He was tricking
producer.
me. He was
I'm
tricking
still a producer.
Right.
I told this man, so the night before I told this man, yo, we should make some shit tonight. He's like, nah, I'm not about it. It's like, nah, like I've tried back then, but like it's not it. I'm like, bro, but you ain't make no music with me, bro. So like, why you
Sorry, you gotta give him some pause. He unplugged everything, including his own camera.
everything? That's crazy.
His own camera.
Can they still hear us?
No, they can hear us, but he's not hearing you.
Alright, so I hope all I'm saying is I hope y'all having a beautiful day. Whoever's watching, y'all better be having a beautiful day.
All right, here we
You're here
go.
with Sir DQ. You're here with Lavish Cast. You're here with Untied.
Oh, I got hyped
Like,
a little
lit.
bit because these. I got
You
hyped.
talking
We're sipping on
about
some Bacardi.
when when Untied was trying to cap?
I was capping.
That's fine. No,
So-
so they thought I didn't know their music, and I had to show them that I knew it was Prophecies Untitled. They really thought
Literally.
that was their first song, and I knew it was because they thought I thought it was Wild Things. Come on.
Bro, most people think it's Wild Things Go, and I'm down to live it like
But that was y'all marketed it well.
first song ever. Before he even chose his name, he chose his name that day. That day that song came out, it's a
We're going to get into that later, how I chose that name. But
but
yeah, he tricked me, pretty much. He tricked me into... he tricked
Bro,
me. None. Dead ass. He tricked me.
mastermind.
He was...
Call me MF.
He was, like I said, he was every like third or fourth song he would throw in a track from him, and I'll be like, "Yo, who is this?" He would be like, "Yo, it's this guy, Kid Lavish, like this guy who's blowing up soon." I'll be like, "Yo, that nigga kind of fire. Yo, I fuck with him." And one day, like, he was like, "Yo, just pull up to the crib, let's smoke." I'm like,
I'm making some beats for Lavish.
yeah." So
I'm
yeah,
making some beats for
bro, that
Lavish,
nigga's a
bro.
ma-
I just
this
need some
nigga's a
help on
master.
808s, bro.
Yeah, he said I need help with some 808s because.
I ain't even know.
Pulled up and he's making something and I'll just throw in like a little feedback. I'll be like, yo, make the kick like boom, boom, boom. And he'd be like, nah, let's make the kick like boom, boom, bap, bap. And we just
Going
bouncing
back
ideas.
and forth
Yeah.
ideas, yeah.
And at the end, I remember at the end of the set, she was like, yo, what you think about throwing a little vocal on this track real quick? And I'm like, nah, what are you talking about? Like, nah, I'm straight. Like, I'm good on that. And he's like, come on, man, just write a little something down. If you don't like
You
it,
know how to make somebody feel comfortable.
he's like, if you don't like it, I'll say the lyrics you wrote down. And I'm like, okay. So
Type shit, you know.
I wrote a-
Like, if you don't like it, I'll say it.
So
Fuck it.
I
Like,
wrote a little something.
worst case scenario, you my ghostwriter. Like,
Right.
fuck
Type
all that shit.
So I wrote a little something down, and he said like the first part of it, and then like I said like the second part of it, and I was like, I don't know how I'm really feeling about it, but whatever.
Whatever.
Loaded the file up, whatever, sent it, yada yada. Next time, listen to this shit at work, and I'm like, I don't really like hearing my voice, but like, not gonna lie, it's not as bad as I thought.
I'm like, bro, and like that's the first step because I felt that way when I first started recording.
You already know what
way
it was
back
like to
then.
get comfortable to
yes,
your
I was
voice,
like, bro,
what it-
I did
right.
not like my voice at all.
Mm.
So I was like, all right, I'll show you different ways that you can make your voice sound. Meaning like different cadences you can rap
pitch
your style.
ranges.
I'll send him like, if it was one track we worked on, I'll send him 3 different tracks of the same thing, but different ways his vocals can sound.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, okay.
Okay, I see what we're doing now.
Over the time, he's like, you don't even gotta send me 3, bro. Just send me the 1, bro.
Send me the
I
one,
got you.
We can go crazy.
And that's when Wild Things
came about.
Yo, forgive me, but that begs me the question: how different is your original rap voice from like what you currently produce vocally?
It is not that different now. Back then, it was completely different because I would try to appeal to the mass that I had. And appealing to the mass that I had, yes, it was really good because I would always get the good feedback from them. But I wanted a feedback where it was like, all right, me experimenting, tell me, was this really fire?
Or you just saying it's fire.
Or you just saying it's fire? Is it hitting all the aspects, or is it just hitting a certain aspect that you know from me, that you've learned
You're just
from
trying
me
to make me
from
feel-
that time?
Right.
Yeah.
So I would literally I take every criticism into consideration. I was like, all right, cool. I ain't trying to sound like this. I don't want to sound like that. Work it into the stew. and live-
Extremely premeditated.
like, bro, when it comes to streaming, you guys get the live full. You'll hear me like, yo, Untie, what do you think, bro? Like, I'm saying this, but like, are you hearing something different? Like, tell me.
Yeah.
Like, your music judgment's a huge percent into this because I chose you specifically because it was like,
That nigga said I chose you.
I chose you, bro. Like, I
Pikachu.
chose
That
you
nigga said I was Pikachu.
to do this with.
Cause
And from there, it's every feedback he gives is literally like shit that I'm not thinking about. And that's literally the reason. It's like,
it's a good mesh.
it's a good mess.
Put y'all-
Versus,
it
I'm
puts
not
y'all in a
trying to, I'm
different
not
time
trying to
zone.
always appeal to
Type
the
shit.
mass. I want to appeal to the mass, but at the same time, it's
You want to make that shit yours.
if we
You
can't
wanna
agree,
make it genuine.
if we can't agree on it, then it's like, bro, all right, next one,
Go on to the next.
next
That
one.
begs the question: who do you agree with, though?
Who do I agree with?
Yeah,
if
like
I can agree with you,
how many people can you like? Because you said you try to take as many know viewpoints in as possible.
so I
like,
take in the
where's the line?
opinions. I take in the opinions at the same time. It's just like, is your opinion really over the mass?
That's it. At this point, like you can tell based on. I feel like we've formed like a pretty decent circle to where if we send something to someone, we kind of already know like the opinion.
Those are the
versus-
groups I'm going off of.
Yeah, versus all if we send it to like some random person who never heard us before, they give us a totally different opinion than what those people give you, and it's just. Or if you send it to someone that you know is just gonna be like, yo, this is fire, without even actually listening to it, yeah, we're able to like kind of distinguish who we send stuff to and like who we want to get an opinion from type shit. Like it got to that point. Before it was just like we were just sending stuff off to the people in our closest group, like in our closest friend group, and you know, your closest friends are gonna tell you regardless, yo, this shit's fire. Even though that shit can be dog water, they gonna tell you, yo, this shit's fire. And
My friends don't even like me.
your friends love you. They don't like you so much that they love you. But it got to a point pretty much where it's like we want those opinions to where it's like, yo, change this, or this don't sound good, this don't sound, and we establish
it in.
those. Yeah, we establish that group of those connections. So it's like they gonna give us the straight up raw opinions.
answer.
Like yeah, that's what we feed off of. Because how you gonna get better if everyone's just telling you, yo, your shit sound good, and you know that shit.
You're just
be
gonna
sounding
run
the
in with
best
straight
sometimes.
confidence every time. There's nothing wrong with running with straight confidence. It's just I'm trying to actually target a group, a group that fucks with the sound, not just the sound, but they can go back years from now and go with the lyrics and be like, yeah, like at this time I heard this shit and it was like, oh, yeah, it sounds good. And then now I'm going deep diving into the lyrics. I'm like, bro, he was saying some
That shit
shit.
had a
He
meaning.
was literally saying some shit. Like
Right.
he was going through some shit. I didn't understand at the time. I just thought it sounded good. But now that I'm looking back at it,
Yeah.
and I'm in that moment, it's just like that's the part where I'm just like,
That's-
yes.
When you get into Lucid Lucy's different views, Wish Me Well, Believe Her.
Wish me well. Wish me
We
well.
got a lot of
wish me
tracks, like I
well.
said. But let's get into different time zone now.
Let's
We're
get
gonna get into
into
the music,
different
all right?
time.
Let's get into the music, like I said.
Crazy.
What is the meaning behind the song though? While Things Go.
While Things Go, so Untied came with the whole scenario.
There's actually two different meanings.
This is where the start of everything, because that's our first track. This was the first song where finally I got him comfortable to where we can make something. And I was like, literally, like, I want to talk about the past I've been through, and I want you to talk about the past you've been through. But let's get them to correlate with each other and get it to sound like as if we've been through the same past.
Type
Obviously, no one in this world's been through the same past. They've been through similar,
similarities. Yeah.
but they have not been through the same
Same
exact
path.
path.
All right.
So,
That's a fire. It's a different time zone type shit. That's fire.
literally, so I talk about what I've been
That's
through,
so-
and he talks about what he's
Have it
been
up,
through.
That's good.
And we've been through them at different times. Obviously, we did not go through these same things at the same time.
Right.
So, on that song, that was our first song we spent the longest on. And that was really when we were trying to actually correlate the group. And we wanted a name and everything before we plotted out, all right, this is the name. This is where you're going to find us. This is what we're talking about.
Real quick, super pause. I remember right before we recorded While Things Go, the stew was always like outside on the patio type shit. And
Yeah.
when we recorded While Things Go, he moved. We were like, yo, we want to make something to
Oh,
where
like,
it
bro, we
sounds
making it
more
for the
crisp.
knives,
Like we want to
bro.
make something that like you don't be hearing wind noise and shit in the background. So we're like, yo, let's move the stew into the closet. Big pause, like I said. So he put the mic, the whole setup in the closet.
Word.
And I
Speakers
remember
are still outside.
he had the black lights going around like the top of the room. And I remember like after you made the beat and just like the ambiance, just like hearing it, I was just like, yo, this is, I like this. This
Word.
is like this shit sounding crazy right now. And then first vocals were put on the track. And it just like everything, it just sounded so much more crispier than everything we were doing before. And I was just like, yo,
This is it.
this is it. It's up from here.
And then we got Lost and Found.
Also
Lost and
found. That's the
Found.
second song. there,
Right.
man.
Name a time that you guys can easily talk about music, of course, but name a time where you were lost, where you made you feel like you were found from the
So, before I met Untied, that was my lost time. I literally have a mix on that SoundCloud track or play SoundCloud profile called Lost and Found, and it was mainly about relationships, not just relationships as in dating, but like family itself. Where they saw I was taking this shit so serious, they were seeing different clients coming in to record music, and they were just like, yeah,
they
like,
believe it now.
they were like, yo, I can't have you pulling in these strangers, just everyday random strangers into our house. Like, you're putting us at risk, not just you. You're putting us at risk.
Right.
And I was like, okay, I got to start
Game on
having
shit.
my own place. I got to
Yeah.
start having all this on my own. I moved out, and I was focusing more on that. And then me having my own place, it made me be more a producer, but not so more of like I was trying to get clients in to come and record. And when they finally decided, yo, I'm not trying to lease this track, I'm trying to buy this shit exclusively. Like this is the beat, but I want to have studio time with you.
Right.
So from there, it was kind of like I wasn't living by myself still. I was like living with roommates, but like I knew how my roommates were, and I didn't want to put them in that situation. So it was like I was putting out there. I was more of a producer than
Right.
I was an artist, or trying to like record people or anything. And then finally, when I became fully on my own, independent, I was like, yo, I got my own crib.
Right,
I got
pull
my
up,
own
pull up.
Yeah, pull up.
Crazy.
But
Lit.
no one wanted to pull up because they were like,
Crazy.
yo,
No
back in the day, bro, you was telling me like, yo, you're not trying to do this, you're not trying to do that. Like, so all right, just send me what you got. I'll send you the bread and I'll record what I got on what you already made.
Mm.
But
Word.
that's where it went back then.
What about you? Time that you felt like you were lost and then you felt found.
That's actually.
Bathroom?
Yes, right around here. Two lefts.
Quick left.
All right, Cass, we're gonna take a little break.
Right.
Super, real quick before
Yeah.
Cass leave, real quick.
Make it quick.
All the tattoos I have on me, this nigga Caster did. Every tattoo I got on me right now,
Hey,
Caster
yo.
did.
Pause.
But the reason, big pause. But the reason why I brought that up is because when you said, is there a time where I've felt lost,
You're right.
but then felt found, is actually this tattoo that I have right behind my neck,
Word.
the spider coming out the web that this nigga
yeah.
Cass did for me. And that tattoo is very significant to me because I felt like the only thing, like I really, like I've done stuff, like I've worked jobs, like I went to college for a year and like I went to school and stuff. I felt like the only thing I actually really took seriously before music was skateboarding. Like I played soccer for 4 years. I played basketball 3 years.
Word.
Ran a little track, but like the only thing I actually took seriously before music was skating. And like, you know, coming from a Jamaican household, like
Just
your
as
parents,
off.
your parents don't want you
Our
skating.
family especially.
They don't want you skating. It's like, yo, you ripped
Hurt,
up your
yeah,
shoe
hurt up
again?
yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hurt up your
break it, yeah.
So, yeah, like, you know,
So they didn't have a lot of
they want you to
support.
go, your parents want you to go to school. I understand that. Like, they just want the right thing.
Typical route.
And I just felt like that was pretty much like the whole beginning of my life where I felt lost. It's just like people telling you to do something that you don't, that's not your passion, something that you don't really love. And that's when I was feeling lost until
The music.
I got into this music shit.
shit.
And that was one of the more things that I had a lot of support from my family. Like this is something that we can see, this is something you like.
Yeah,
we
it's
can
true.
see like you doing something with this, like we support you 100%.
Right.
So I feel like the whole kind of beginning of my life, I was kind of lost, trying to figure out exactly what I want to do, what's my passion, and actually finding it now. I feel
No,
like
y'all some prolific writers with it, man.
that's
Like I want to need that because y'all started to taking y'all time, and that's the next track.
Yo, that's the next track. That's
and
crazy.
that's the next track, taking time.
Crazy.
But I like about that track so much. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be coming back soon, hopefully, unless he's taking a badunka.
Unless he taking his time.
That boy going crazy. But I like the fact that y'all made Taking Time and y'all made Play Fallen, and y'all it was 2 packs.
Yeah.
Like I don't know whose idea was that. Your idea? How did y'all come up with that idea?
So
To make 2 packs.
it was both of our
Of
ideas.
1 track regular, and then the next track was a sped up version of the first track, and it was a
So-
different title. So you thought it was another track, and then you're hearing it, and you're like,
Just-
"Is this
yeah,
the
it's the
same
same
track?"
track.
But it
Yeah.
got a little different vibe to it,
Yeah, exactly.
which is some real Broward shit.
Exactly.
Oh
where-
my gosh, I love that.
Yo, from middle school, shout out Fast Music 954.
Okay.
That's all I was listening to.
Physically, let's
Was,
go.
all I was
yeah?
listening to was Fast Music 954 and Zoe Entertainment. Yeah, for real. Yo, free the guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was always like listening to like the regular version of a track and being like, yo, they gotta have a fast
They
version.
gotta have original
They gotta have a
fast
fast
sound.
version. of
Yep.
it. Because the fast version always like you can listen to the
Yeah,
regular
that's
bit, but that fast version puts you in that mood.
That's some Broward shit.
So I was like, yo, we gotta like we gotta establish that, because like he was always like making tracks. Like Cass was always like speeding up a track, but like it was just like for us to listen to. Just like, yo, I want to hear how that shit will sound fast. And that's pretty much how it went. It was like we would make the regular track, and then we'd be like, yo, let's speed it up and see what it sounded like. Made the sped up version. It was like, yo, what if we put it as like a little 2-track thing? It's just like we're gonna have some people that like the regular version, and you're gonna have
people
some people
that
who
want
like
the sped
fast
up version.
So we're gonna give
Get
them a little best of both worlds type shit.
Right.
Kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
So yeah, we were talking about how y'all made Taking Time and Play Fallen. Y'all sped up the tracks. Y'all came up with the 2 packs. But I like that. Like, do you
Broward
have any
shit.
like island background?
I'm Haitian.
I knew it. I was gonna say.
I don't want to say
the
it.
Haitian sensation, but I wasn't sure,
Haitian
so I just
sensation.
kept it the dark skin sensation. But nah. So what I like is that I can hear in your production. Do you do all the beats?
Yes.
You do all of different times those beats. All of y'all beats so far, phenomenal. You did a great job. What I'm saying is that I can hear, like I was playing for Luke, the mind. My Mind track.
My mind, yeah.
Which is one of my favorite.
Appropriate.
Shout out Happy.
And that's and I'm glad we're gonna talk about that. Funny enough, good nut. Shout out to God. But the My Mind track, like the bass line on that track, I've never heard a Rager track or a rock track with that bass line. That's a dance hall like bass like, boom,
yeah.
boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, yeah. Fire, and I'm like,
yo, where the niggas heard that from? Like, hey,
I'm like,
yo.
I don't care. I'm like, I'm bopping. I'm like,
Hey, yo.
I'm like, this is a Jamaican song. I don't care what nobody
That's when
says.
you were in different time
And I was
zones.
like,
Different time zone.
and I'm like, this is fire. I'm like, I've never, and I'm like, this really isn't my type of shit. But I'm like, this is probably now that I've heard y'all entire catalog together, and this is now the last 2 tracks that I'm hearing, and I'm like,
That's
oh,
the
these, I'm
track,
hearing the
yeah.
growth, and I'm like, okay, because I heard, what's the
You
name?
heard
Bad
what-
for Me, Grow. That was my
yeah.
shit, but that's when I was like, oh no,
There's
this
no
is, niggas got-
808s in Bad for
PSP was
Me.
the first track I heard from y'all, and I was like, this is hilarious. I love the
Another song,
boldness
though.
about it.
Energy.
Yeah. So, but on my mind though, you said what y'all know about. You said something about Edward Scissorhands.
Oh,
What you know about Edward Scissorhands?
Untitled Scissor Hands. Her
Yeah,
heart got
uh,
ripped in. Yeah.
What y'all know about Edward? What you know about Edward Scissorhands? What's your favorite movies?
That's I'm more of the horror. I'm deep in the horror style.
Never would have
movies.
guessed.
Never would've guessed. Yeah, I'm deep in the horror style movies, and I seen that because it was like a funny horror style. Where it was like, bro, it's lighthearted. Like, it can kill you if he wants to right now.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
like,
What about you?
title, he was
Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe. Narnia.
Narnia is your favorite movie?
Favorite fucking movie.
Okay.
Read all the
Fantasy
books.
fellow.
Sidebar.
Okay.
Read all the books. That's my favorite.
But
That's peak fantasy.
huh?
That's your peak fantasy.
That's my peak fan. Whoa.
Yo,
That's
yo,
not,
nah,
I ain't
whoa,
trying-
whoa, hey.
like, let me, Luke, you wildin'.
No, but
you
that's actually I've never heard that. You know,
no, I
on
love-
a fictional plane,
I love.
not a sexual plane, on a fictional
All right,
plane.
Luke, let's bring it back.
I've
Let's
never
bring it-
heard that particular
You in
take,
a
and I
you
was
in a
intrigued
different
by it.
time zone, brother. I don't know what time zone you
No,
in.
I
There's
love-
38 of them. You on a different one, actually.
Wait, is that how many we got?
So no,
We got 38 different times.
But
zones.
How does that mathematically add up to the Earth's numbers? That doesn't make sense.
oh y'all wildin', y'all smoking
Time
weed question.
zones on like
Listen,
state
so
wise.
back
That's not half of 72.
back to the music. Y'all gonna go hard into them high questions in a minute. Like I said, the boom, act right, how y'all did that. That was some real Broward shit. Y'all speeding up the music and whatnot.
That was
And
a
I definitely like that. But what happened to Shawty Miss Me? Why is that track not on streaming?
It's not on streaming.
Stop
It's on
missing
SoundCloud. Shawty Miss Me. It's on SoundCloud. You'll have the fast version for me on our different time zone page, and you'll have the regular version
on our boys page. King Khan.
King Khan.
Shout out
Okay.
King Khan.
King Khan.
But
on two
why is
different
it not
pages.
on streaming?
He wanted the track, and I
Yeah.
decided, yes, you can have the track. I'll
That's
post
fire.
the fast version.
Okay.
Fast version on my page, regular version on your page.
You're a good man.
And
He lit on SoundCloud, so
Bro,
like he was like,
I'm
"Yo,
sharing
straight
the
up, I
love,
post on
bro.
SoundCloud." We're like, "Hell yeah, nigga,
Why
post it on
not?
SoundCloud." But then we gonna post the Broward version
Either way,
on SoundCloud.
fact.
Like everyone, like not everyone's on the term of posting the fast version on their page, and you'll see for a whole section of our time, it was posting both at the same time. You got the regular version, you got the fast version. The regular version was mainly for you to understand and hear what we were saying, because I know sometimes on the fast version you don't know what's being
people don't-
said, and
Unless you're actually from Broward.
you know what I'm saying?
It seems like it's Broward's so different now. You know what I mean? Like we got a lot of just differentness, and now people can appreciate it. Luke, I think it's time to pull up a tweet for him, man.
tweet.
Yeah,
A tweet.
yeah, man. So I think it's only right, but let's pull up the one with the picture.
There's a word to describe it. It's not.
No, it's definitely right. But pull up the one with the picture. All right.
The one with the picture.
The one with the picture.
Crazy.
Yeah, the one with the picture. So, you know, like I said, it's great to see growth. You know what I mean? You have Bad for Me grow. Like, you know, what are some
Yo,
Look
that
at the
nigga got the
growth.
fit.
Yo,
Yo, they got the fit.
that was freshman year, bro.
No. Tell us. So let me tell you. This was
crazy.
at 6:46 p.m. on August 15th, 2013.
Yo, y'all niggas not
What,
touching
what
the
did you
drip.
say? What did you say here? Let's repeat it for the people, because these
Think
are
I'm killing him.
think I'm killing them. Oh my
Bro, look
god.
how far my
He was
fucking
killing him.
wristband is, bro. That's,
He was killing
Oh my
him.
God.
that's crazy. That's when the transformation was hitting.
Wow.
Bro, acne
Look at the
heavy
growth.
on that day, bro.
Look at the growth.
He was killing him.
crazy.
You gonna tell me that man wasn't gonna make beats and put makeup on his face?
He's like, I wouldn't have thought.
Speaking of makeup, Maybelline.
Maybelline, yes,
Maybelline.
makeup company.
What's the wildest? Y'all got some wild bars, man. All right, but Pretty Sweet Pussy, call it PSP.
That's crazy.
I love Baccarat, Bogart. I love that. I don't know which one I like
All
more,
plays.
the sped up or the regular version,
That's
because
what I'm
sometimes I
saying.
want
That's
one, but
what
I listen to both of them. They're on my
We each have
playlist.
our own different version. And we love
You
that
wild
one.
out, young man.
I wild out.
You put your all into everything. You not going home.
I'm going hard.
You going hard. Yeah. That was a fire bar. But what
Nobody's
you
safe.
also said is, I don't give a fuck. Excuse my French. So I put it in her butt. And then I take it out and
What did
I
I do?
put it in her mouth. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I said that.
You ever did that before?
I said that.
I mean, if you
That's,
rap
that's
it,
how you
did
get
it,
down.
right?
My thing is, my number one rule to me is
Never
don't
kiss and tell. Like, my
What,
God.
then why are those
I
your
know.
bars?
But y'all talk a lot about y'all talk a lot about experiences with women and heartache and heartbreaks and whatnot.
Yes.
Like when it comes to dealing with women, like what are y'all musts, y'all needs, like
And
like you're the
need.
most important thing in a female for you and a woman for you.
Have to
that
you
you-
have to at least, you don't have to try to act like you're into the music. Just at least you're with me on the part where it's like I'm making music and my lyrics, I'm speaking of past situations or anything I've been through, because that's all I could do.
Mm-hmm.
That fictional stuff, that's where I start pulling in stories. But at that time, it's like, obviously, I ain't been through that, so it's just
Right.
But
You want somebody to be accepting.
So
Accepted.
do you draw the lines for her between like past and fictional?
you know what's the craziest part?
No, I don't.
She be writing. She be writing.
Hold up. There's a lady. You have a lady?
I have a lady.
Ooh.
I have
at
a
West
kid
Side.
on the way.
You gotta do
Yes,
some better
sir.
journalism. I thought you had this.
I know. Come.
Hey, I don't keep everything on social
Come
media,
on.
bro.
I don't bring up-
Hey,
bro,
I got
besides
one moment to shut him down.
stuff I
Let me
post-
get it.
Yeah, that's his goal, to make me bad on his platform. It's crazy, but whatever. I be trying to do my research, make the platform lit.
I've
It's crazy.
repeatedly called you the
y'all
best,
both
the
doing
best
an amazing
interviewers
fucking
on this
job.
platform.
No, y'all going.
Nah, man,
Y'all doing an
but
amazing
but
job.
but nah. So
Wait, so I think life
You-
and timing
Oh, no,
is
so
all
now
it
we gotta-
takes. Hold
yeah.
on, no, let me get in this.
go ahead, Luke.
For
Quote man.
someone to go from a good person to a bad one.
You said this at
From
10:45.
Earth.
Nah, yeah, your boy.
Yo,
but
look-
nah,
just
he
look
didn't
at
put
the
that.
time, 10:45
That's new stuff. That's
PM.
new stuff. But
That
10:45
nigga's
p.m.
off the
drink, bro.
8/16, 2019.
I think I might have had that same.
I think
tweet at that
life
same
and
time.
timing is
From
all it
Earth.
takes. No, but I ain't gonna lie, because this it was like a continuous tweet. Go to the next tweet, the other tweet, because it was this tweet and there was another tweet around this time, and I could tell you was really going through some shit.
bro.
You know what I mean? I want to go, but quote this one.
Oh,
At 7:05 a.m. morning shit, 8/17/2019.
I
I
didn't
want
know it
to
was
act on
going
my
here.
emotions, but afraid of the consequences. What if one day I don't care about the consequences anymore? Does that make me my father?
My father.
I know what you meant.
no, he went double
But you
entendre there.
snapped
That was
though with the
intentional. That was a
farther, 'cause he
double
dissed
entendre.
Yeah.
But if
Farther
your
than my father.
Some things happen for a reason. And what happened? You went farther into a different time zone.
I chose the right
Come on, man. 2019.
Bro.
That nigga was 4C in the future right there.
Nigga just fully lit, man. So
4 C's. Wait,
I was me,
Overseas.
bro. Just look at the profile picture. Look at the fucking
little emoji.
emojis I got going on, bro. I'm just like, fuck it at this point, bro. Like, I don't care.
back.
And
I can tell you don't be caring. How did you come to the decision to start wearing makeup?
Start wearing makeup,
Take 9.
bro. I'm super confident in who
I don't think
know
you use it
I
in
am.
offender. Yeah, right. Okay.
Who I know I am. Who y'all think I am? I don't really care
Respect. I love
because it doesn't define exactly who I am. It's just what y'all think I am.
that. So let me say
and-
face paint.
Face paint, yeah.
'Cause you don't really- to
We
me,
made a
it's not really
song
makeup,
called
but-
Maybelline.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe.
Maybelline. He rocking Maybelline. Oh, he this
They
that,
said
the
that.
Third.
The people said
They
that.
ain't say that.
The trolls.
But like,
the
you
trolls.
already
Trolls
you already
was saying
know
that.
in the time we
Trolls-
live in.
Trolls
bro,
thought they was funny.
exactly
Smart.
what they're gonna try to say.
Shout out to
And-
the trolls, man. Let's take a shot for the trolls.
Shout out
Because
to the
listen, if
trolls,
you don't know
bro.
if you don't got people hating it, can you tell
Bruh,
somebody's paying
if
attention?
y'all ain't fuck with me on Call of Duty, bro, I wouldn't have known what y'all would have what y'all would have been saying, bro. And at the same
I
time,
still got shot. In
I
my
don't
know.
give a
I'm
fuck
about to-
what
I'm
y'all
about to
was
take that
saying
straight.
because
So
it
take a
does
shot.
not
Let's take a
define
shot. Luke,
me.
you good? You got
I'm
one?
good. I'm chilling.
Take a shot to the haters because listen, man, they honestly make you know that you got something going on. And
Yo,
they
but also when they make a good joke, let them get it off. That's a good joke.
right,
Straight up.
but
That's why you'll be seeing me in the comments.
what? How did you come to that decision? Like, yo, I'm gonna start wearing makeup. Like, how did you come to that decision? How did the face painting?
I really wanted to disassociate Kid Lavish from Caster because Kid Lavish, yes, he's a producer, mainly a producer. He's not really an artist. But
You want some MF Doom shit?
Yeah, it's the mask.
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's actually a big influence.
Inspiration came from MF Doom and Busta Rhymes.
Quasimodo. There's MF Doom. There's what's the name? King Lee.
But the two
There's mad
that I
different.
associate with is MF Doom and Busta Rhymes, especially.
Those are your
Put
bigger
your hands
influences.
where my eyes can see.
Who
bro.
else are some of your influences, huh? I hate asking that basic ass question when I do interviews. I feel like people are always gonna talk about it.
There, so that,
I mean, but when
hate
you
it
get to that
too,
point, you
but
did a good job.
There's some differentiation. So, yes, Uzi, he is top of the line. If we're talking about time today, yes, he is top of the
Oh.
line. But if we're going back,
Uzi or Playboy?
Different.
No, I want to hear what you gonna say. Cause I got one for you next.
they, bro,
quiet.
to me, they is family, bro. I found them both at the same time. I promise you. I was on some, who is this pink hair motherfucker that keep popping up on my playlist, bro? I don't know who he is.
That's how you found Uzi?
That's how I found Uzi.
I ain't gonna lie. When I found Uzi, I was like, I don't know why, but I like this shit.
That's
It was like
exactly.
2016. I
I'm
was
like,
26.
bro, like,
and I was like,
you
yo,
got
I've been growing up on
pink
different him.
hair.
I'm like, but this shit, like, top on my,
Bro.
on my chains on.
literally.
I was like, this shit hard.
He got pink hair. I'm like, bro, why you acting like he's
But
so
I can
different?
feel the Uzi
You got
influence
red
in y'all.
hair.
I love
so why
that.
you trying to
And
act
y'all
like
don't
you
sound
so
like him.
different? The problem was at school. Hey, what's up, Yachty? What's up, Lil Uzi? This, that.
Oh, yeah,
That's
it
what was
happened.
pissing me off. I'm like, I'm on my
Yes,
own-
I'm
my
on my
Well, that's
person.
I
nobody's
really
fault.
make music and it's fire. Y'all niggas calling me some other nigga. I don't like that.
type shit. But that's just the artist part of me that was trying to come out that couldn't really.
So it's Uzi over Playboy for you.
I choose Uzi.
What about you?
I choose
Uzi or Playboy?
Uzi, damn, but bro. Like
All right.
the same way that
Playboy or
Uzi
Yeet?
grew on me is how.
Oh, Playboy.
Playboy.
Fuck out of here.
Playboy or
Sorry.
Snot.
Fuck out of here.
Playboy.
Snot or Cash Dami.
Snot.
Lucky or Ski Mask Slump God.
Ski mask. I'm sorry.
Some
Ski
Broward shit.
I love
Big
Lucky.
bias. I fuck with
I
y'all.
fuck with Lucky
Bro.
heavy, but
So I mean, but those some of the people that I get from that y'all like y'all would be some people that y'all would open up for. That would be some dope shows for y'all. Who would be one of y'all dream openers? Like somebody y'all would wish I could open up for.
To be honest, I honestly don't want to meet any of my tops
Okay.
I don't. because
Hey, yo, pause
I
that,
know
though.
no matter
Big pause.
what it is, we can
Pause.
connect
Hey,
whatever.
yo.
No matter what it is, I feel the thought that I put on them cannot overcome who they actually are.
Yeah.
They have
Like,
their
you
own
have, like, kind of
personal
like a-
life.
You think that
all
if you meet
shit.
them, it'll take away from who they are to you?
Type shit.
But I think you
Unless-
should have to. Okay, so I think that's a good point.
I want
And
to meet them. I want to make a track.
I want to
but
touch.
I would
I want to
prefer the
touch on
track
that
to
point.
be
You have
virtual.
to understand that just like you, how you're an artist, you may be shy and all these things. These people are human and they're artists.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I talk about this all the time. This is why I can never get to that point with the artists that I'm so favorable. Jay-Z is one of my favorite artists right now. I think I got two of my favorite artists. Oh, it's on my other hat. I got Redman and Q-Tip on my hat.
Okay.
Hell
I
yeah.
got him. One of my favorites for sure. But I don't know them personally.
Yeah.
I don't know who they are personally. So I would not be surprised that if I met them that they were asshole. I don't know if this nigga's corny. He don't know how to talk to women. He's that weird nigga that says stuff. He scares the hoes. Like, those people exist. We all know those people.
I said that.
Why
but the
can't
Tyler,
artists
the
that are-
creator,
you think
still
that-
holds something to me?
So it's like there's a lot of people. You got to realize like, yo, they're human too, and they're not gods. Like, and at the end of the day, whatever you're doing is because you're doing it. They're influences, and for sure, and the fact that you can pay homage to them is dope, and that's good. But the more you can tap into who you are from what you get from them and being you, staying you, whether he was an asshole or not, you still Kid Lavish. You still Lavish Caster. You still you. Regardless, you still did that shit before he was around, and you're doing that shit whether you don't wake up next morning like I'm about to make this. Exactly what I'm saying. So it's like a lot of artists make this music and they have that appreciation. Like, oh my gosh, like, yo, y'all gotta realize they human and they would love to be treated as humans. That's the dope shit. Like, if you was a dope artist that came up like, yo, what's good, and you just said what's up the whole time, you just vibing the whole time, and nigga didn't know that you had music and beats for him, and he was like, nah, you just been cool the whole night, and then y'all end up at the studio and he's like, wait, you got beats?
Yeah,
We
we literally played the scenario.
Like, that's
we
that's
played
how,
the scenario multiple times.
But that's how it's a comfortable situation when you meet people in the right scenario. You meet them at a club scenario. Not time to talk beats. They might be going from after that to the studio. The fact that you met them, you kept it cool. You might bump into them
100%,
again.
100%.
It's familiar. At the end of the day, you stay focused on what you're doing. Never
Stay true to
never
yourself.
lose sight. Stay consistent.
100%.
That was literally how we found our manager. He didn't know I made beats. When I first met him, I told him I do tattoos.
And you do tattoos.
I do tattoos.
Dude, he
What?
do tattoos.
So you skated,
calling them
you
doo-doo?
drift cars, you do tattoos, you make all the beats for different time zone and yourself. You write your own lyrics. You engineer.
Yeah.
Edit videos.
You do the visuals. You do a whole lot.
try to
You
think
trying to
of
make this the
social-
Kid Lavish interview, yo. This is a
It's
different
not-
time
it's
zone
not
interview,
the
bro.
Kid Lavish
Relax,
interview.
you
I don't
flexing.
do
Everything. I nigga do everything.
Flexing.
I'm not even
What
trying
does
to.
he not do?
But I think it's so crazy how you.
I was hoping you didn't know any of that shit
Nah, I'm sorry.
in this interview.
Yeah, nah, but that's the crazy part about this shit, man. And I've been peeping that y'all doing y'all thing with the Twitches and whatnot. How's that going though?
How's that going?
Twitch is
So we hit a goal. We already hit 2 of our goals within trying to just hit one goal.
Yeah,
We hit 2 of our goals.
Expected.
It went faster than we expected, and it was just us just showing you guys exactly what goes on in the stew / what we got on the side that we're not really trying to show, but we're willing to show on Twitch, live stream, what we go through to actually make what we make.
Like the process of pretty much just making a track, but like I feel like there's people who like have like a set way of making a track. Like there's like a kind of like a baseline people be using when they like making a track, and I feel like we kind of do it in a different way, and just how we in the stew just bouncing ideas off of each other, just how we make shit. I feel like a lot of people like came across people and like, yo, how'd you make this track? Or like, what'd you do to make this track? And it's like, watch the Twitch stream.
Watch the
You'll
Twitch.
see. Watch the Twitch. You'll see exactly the process behind.
And
it.
that's-
See the mind behind the madness.
And that's what y'all need to do, man. If y'all want to stay tuned with the different time zones, it frustrates me too that I can't hear FAFO on streaming. But I understand the frustration, man. But if you do want to know what they got coming next or what they doing, you gotta stay tapped into the Twitch, man.
Yo, real
So
quick,
before
he
we-
getting it, he's getting FAFO when after this.
Listen,
we gonna send it to him.
So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, this is Different Time Zone. Any last words that y'all want to drop the people with, man?
Just fucking be yourself. If it's morning where you at, good morning.
Have a beautiful morning. If it's nighttime where you at, hope you having a beautiful fucking night. But anywhere you are, just know that you in a different time zone.
Hello.
Yeah. And wait. What you go by?
I go by Cass.
I go by Todd.
And
And together,
together,
we
we
different
different
time zones.
These words as well, man. This is the Photo Vibe directly with Different Time Zone, Sir DQ. Shout outs to Minds Wide. Shout out to Young Old Head. We doing big things, man. Gang, man. Love. Stay safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Zanaya.
It's the righteous vigilante Jamon Creek, and you're tuning in to Minds Wide Open. Hey, yo, check it out. This is Namestream, never mainstream. You're tuning in to Minds Wide Open Media.
Shout out to the Florida Vibe Directory. You are now listening to the best playlist in South Florida.